catering vehicles are on their way.
Hey guys, welcome back to the flight and stream on the channel today. So today we are flying the Virgin Atlantic Inibuilds A350-1000 today on a sector from London Heathrow down to Seoul Incheon in South Korea. Today the flight time is approximately going to be 11 hours today. As expected by SimBrief, is going to be close to 11 hours of 40 minutes of flight time and 12 hours of block time today. In the meanwhile, I'll straight away show it gets into the flight plan for today down to our flight to Seoul Incheon. Okay. Just give it a second. Yeah. So today we are flying the call sign today. Virgin 208 from London to Seoul Incheon. Off block is 1745. We're expecting a takeoff weight of 270.4 with a zero fuel weight of 187.6, cruising at 33,000 feet initially, then 35 and 37,000 feet. We're facing some westerly winds on the cruise and cost in excess 200. We'll be expecting a fuel of 83.4 tons, giving us and also expecting a flight time of 11 hours and 40 minutes. And these are the alternates, and we can expect runway 27 right by the dead link to Foxtrot departure. And expect ILS runway 34 right with the Rabbit 1 Yankee arrivals. The scheduled block time is 9 hours and 55 minutes and estimated to be 12 hours and 8 minutes. Quite a huge difference. But let's see what does the cruise, what does the wind conditions say today. We can expect our POB of 314 passengers on board, and let's just jump into our main flight plan for today. A flight plan. So this is our flight plan to Seoul Incheon, pretty easterly flying, and then going over the over Istanbul, over Turkey, and then crossing the Middle East and Northern Middle East, going over Almaty and then into Chinese airspace and then on to Hong Kong. I mean into Incheon. First half of the flight plan shows a bit of cloudy weather over here, quite clouds over here, high clouds, CBs over here, and then the second half of the flight plan shows we're going to enter some jet stream at flight 340, but that time will be, I think will be at 3450 by the time we'll be over there, and then for the later half of it is the flight level 370. We'll be also expecting some jet streams over there onto our arrivals into Seoul Incheon. And this is the wind conditions. As you can see, pretty much it's circulating. It's a pretty southerly tailwind and also a headwind as well. Most of our tailwinds today. Let's see what does the flight plan say. And in the meanwhile, let's get the flight. You can start with the preparation. Let's get the aircraft ready for departure. Let's get started the flight, and let's get the aircraft in service for today's flight to Seoul. Currently, the aircraft is already ready. We just get the main passenger signs, and also get the our main flight top panel. Okay, flight tops menu, flight status, ASM brief input, and that's done over here. Okay, we'll just get the set the zero fuel weight, set the fuel to instant, and that will be coming here. Bam, there it comes over here. Filling is completed. We'll get the APU also on, and also the fuel pumps are all on. Get the boarding commenced.
Boarding requested
By Virgin Atlantic, and also we'll just get our main flight plan. There we go. Okay, we'll just go into main flight plan. Let us see whether anyone is online. Okay, London Heathrow approach is online today, so we can expect some controlling over. We can expect some controlling over Heathrow. And that's it. And also, yeah, we're just going to payload both.
pilots boarding starting.
So 314 is the POB.
Hello, Captain. We are
And zero fuel weight CG, we're expecting a zero fuel weight CG of 187. No, zero fuel weight is 187.6. 187.6. Zero fuel weight CG we're expecting is 25.9. 25.9. That's it. Block fuel is 83.4. 83.4. And alternates today is approximately alternates 3.8. 3.8. Route reserve is approximately 3.6 today. 3.6. And the final fuel, we have final reserve is 2.4. 2.4, and that's set to the flight plan. We can expect runway and use departures are 27 left. Okay, before that, let's grab the Addons for the flight. Addons is there, send the departure. Let's get the Addons. It's taking some time. APU is on. We'll just switch on the APU.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay, it's not working out, so we'll just Right, Addons, so information is mic on board. We can expect departures runway 27 left for departure. It's going to be the that lane to Golf, and that's set over here, and we are ready. Village is 1010, quite rainy weather over here in our quite rainy weather today in London, so we'll just wait. Surprisingly, something is there over here. Okay, so airborne, we have to turn left immediately. Airport now, okay, not available. Something serious. I'm gonna check that. Will you? Okay, log in with sim brief. Just a second, guys. Hold on a minute. All right. I got to update my Navigraph. Let's give it a minute. It's all done. Oh, once again the check. Okay. It's all set. Full payload is set. It's already over here and everything is set. POB is today is 314. Okay, we can expect runway and use departures are 27 left, settling to Golf, and that's it over here. We ready? And also initial altitude is 5,000. We'll keep it 6,000 feet. So that's done over here. So we'll just request our clearance down to Seoul Incheon, and at 8 we have taken. So Heathrow ground approach is 119730. 119730.
7612 and what's it at 427 right? Zero straight alpha.
Pivot 8 Lima X-ray, the surface wind 250 degrees 11 knots, runway 27 left, you're clear for takeoff. Good 68 Alpha, descend flight level 80.
Descent level 80, Seabird 68 alpha.
Shuttle 8 Whiskey 2500 climbing 6 on lat 1 go.
Shuttle 8 Whiskey, contact London now, 127.105 trail.
London 127.105, thanks. Shuttle 8 Whiskey, good night.
Right. Iberia 07 Victor Papa, turn left heading 360 degrees, reduce speed 180 knots.
Left 360, 180 knots, Iberia 07 Victor Papa.
Heathrow approach grid day version 208 at stand 329. Information mic request IFA clearance please to Seoul Incheon asphalt.
Wow.
First Seabird 68 Alpha, speed 220 knots. Leave begin, heading 275.
Let's carry the performance as well, sync and everything.
Shuttle 18 Hotel by November Bravo 3, line of weight runway 27 left.
In November Bravo 3, line up 27 left, Shuttle 1 Hotel.
Quality 3 Echo Alpha, taxi right onto Alpha, left onto
Confirm
Echo.
takeoff speeds, V1 157, VR 158 with 165, flags 53, flaps to departure.
Right onto Alpha.
And that's it over here.
Stand 5901, quality 3 Echo Alpha.
Emirates 7, leave Lambourne heading 260 degrees. Shuttle 18 Hotel, the surface wind 250 degrees up 11 knots, runway 27 left, you're clear for takeoff.
Good takeoff 27 left, Shuttle 18.
Was the
Speedbird 52, turn left heading 360 degrees and reduce speed to 180 knots.
Still yet to go. Passengers are still yet to go.
Iberia 07 Victor Papa, turn left saying 235. When established localizer, runway 27 right, descent on the glide path.
Left 335, and when established, descend on the glide path, Iberia 07 Victor Papa.
Viva 8 Lima X-ray, contact London now, 129.430, bye-bye.
129.430, bye-bye. Anti for approach, drilling 3 Golf Golf. Is Dan 420, request push and start, please.
Welling 3 Golf Golf, hello, stand 420, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, drilling 3 Golf Golf.
Virgin 208, clearance will be via PDC, no need to reply.
Okay, clear destination here in Seoul Incheon, runway 27 left, that into Golf departure squawks 0322.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet. When established localizer, runway 27 right, descent on the glide path.
0322, and that's it.
Left heading 2,
And climb initial 6,000 feet is already set.
Iberia 07 Victor Papa.
Ready for departure.
Right now.
Alright, let's do a briefing today. So, are you ready? You're ready? Okay. So, where is the OFP? Terminal charts. Boarding completed. We'll just finish our briefing for the departure. Airport charts. Taxi and everything is done. Parking stands. Departure is going to be that lane to Golf departure. That's also set. Arrivals in Incheon is going to be airport info, everything. Arrivals 3, whatever we can expect. But now we are expecting the ILS 34 right. 34 right is set. And it's going to be the Rabbit 1 Yankee arrivals. So we're pretty much done with the departure stocks and everything. Just main go to a flight plan. So we expect the pushback facing we're expecting runway 27 left for departure. So as per departures, we will face the western Golf, we taxi Golf Foxtrot. Then Alpha holding point November Bravo 1, runway 27 left, airborne from here we climb where that link to Golf departure. A slight left and then on to the deadling, and we follow the constraints. No, since there's no ATC after Heathrow, we'll just follow the restrictions. If they say unrestricted climb, then we'll just follow the red. And MSA around is approximately 2,200 feet. We have kept an altitude of 6,000 for the safety margin. And in case of any in terms of emergency briefing, this is left seat takeoff. In case of any failures before V1, I'll say stop. Simultaneously retard the thrust levers and also get the plane to complete stop. And you can do the call outs and advise the ADC on further intentions. Any further failures after V1, I'll go and we get the airplane up and also come to a safe altitude 6,000 feet and also troubleshoot the failures. If any engine failure, we do immediate turn back to London Heathrow runway 27 right. So do you have any questions on this briefing? No? Okay, now completes our departure briefing completed and the emergency briefing is also completed. I just set up the secondary flight plan and I just need to just set that thing. Just our VORS Lima Oscar November. It's going to be Lima Oscar. Okay. After this waypoint, right? It's going to be Lima Oscar November /270/25. Okay. And a holding on the right holding of 090. And we'll turn after that. Destination London, and it's going to be arrivals 27 right, ILS, no issues. And that's done. And we're ready for the we are ready for the before start checklist. In the meanwhile, copy operation checklist. Before that, this is even works. It works. Working. What about the sides? Okay, onto the. Let's start over here. Over here as well. Okay, for the for the fourth pilot as well, and we are ready. Okay, copy operation checklist. Weapons covers removed. Fuel quantity is 83,400 kgs, and that is balanced. Check time balanced. See, paragraph KNH is 1010. Check on the both sides. Copy operation checklist is completed. Okay, we're ready for the before. We're ready for the clearance now.
8 Alpha, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
Alright, ready for the departure.
Speed 160 to 4 DME, 60 Alpha.
The request our
speed 160 knots,
ready,
maintain
get ready
until
up
4
with the
DME.
pushback truck.
160 until 4 DME, IBR full 07 Victor Papa.
Okay, close all doors please. Stand by. Close all doors.
Approach Reading 3 Golf Golf is on Victor, requesting taxi route.
Armor slides.
Welling 3 Golf Golf, taxi straight ahead, hold Sierra Bravo 3.
Straight ahead, Sierra Bravo 3.
And we can disconnect the exterior power. Okay. Virgin 208, request pushback and startup.
Virgin 208, stand 329er, push and start approved.
Stand 329 push and start approved, Virgin 208. Alright, ground, we're ready for pushback and startup. Please confirm whether all the chocks have been released. Alright, that's all confirmed, Captain. Ground power has been released. Parking brakes are set and we are ready. Okay, push and start approved, facing the south north. On golf, parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start
Beacon on. Before start checklist. Parking brakes checked. Takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 157, V1 150, V2 165, flex 53. Slides arm, beacon on. Now this memo is set. And before start checklist completed.
Good evening, Shuttle 5 Whiskey, passenger flight level 130, descending flight level 80, A319, now we have November.
Shuttle 5 Whiskey, Heathrow director, hello, it's landing, runway 27 right. Descend flight level 80 and leave Bovington heading 125.
Descend flight level 80, leave Bovington heading 125 and we're landing 27 right, Shuttle 5 Whiskey.
Squid 52, taxi
number 2.
right onto Bravo, your stand is 537.
Second right onto Bravo and stand 537, speed right here.
And Reading 3 Golf Golf, we're going to require Sierra 1 please for departure.
Running 3 Golf Golf, roger, taxi right Sierra, hold Sierra 1.
Right Sierra, hold Sierra 1, Reading 3 Golf Golf.
Speedbird 68 Alpha, the surface wind, 250 degrees at 11 knots, runway 27 right, you're clear to land.
This is a Master land super, head Alpha.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Okay, surveillance XPDR is on auto. All set. Okay, starting number 1. I'm going to install the display, we'll see on the right.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Okay.
Thunder 451, ready for taxi.
ISAIR 451, you're facing south in the end, so taxi second left Alpha, hold Logan.
Left Alpha, hold short, to the left, London 51.
Okay, a good engine start on both the engines.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Flaps 2.
For 68 Alpha, vacated Alpha 9 Echo.
Speedbird 68 Alpha, taxi right onto Alpha, to stand 509.
Okay, after start checklist.
Alpha stand 509.
Anti-air start, flag controls.
You two take care. Iberia 07 Victor Papa, the surface
Pull down,
25
full up,
11 knot,
neutral,
runway
full
27
left,
right, you're cleared to land.
full right, neutral, radar full left,
Service winds runway
full right,
27 right, clear to land.
flag controls start.
Victor Papa.
Ground clearance is received, checklist completed.
Quelling 3 Golf Golf, the surface wind 250 degrees at 11 knot, runway 27 left, you're clear to take off.
27 left grid, take off Fueling 3 Golf Golf, thanks.
Speedbird 9157, Heathrow directed, good evening, it's landing runway 27 right. Fly heading 085 and descend flight level 80.
Virgin 208 request taxi.
Virgin 208, taxi left Echo, left Alpha, hold Logan.
Taxi left Echo, then left Alpha, hold short Logan, Virgin 208. So it's pretty much Golf, Echo and Alpha. Parking brakes released.
ISAIR 451, you've gone the wrong way onto Bravo, not to worry. Continue straight ahead, hold November Bravo to Echo.
November 1, November Bravo 2, Echo, London 51.
Build a bit of power.
Speedbird 9157, expect the RNAV approach runway 27 right.
November 51, we can take off from November 2 Echo.
So next is
ISAIR 451A, clearance was November Bravo to Echo, so hold November Bravo to Echo, please.
Yeah, number hold short, November 2.
Good day, or sorry, good evening, direct Speedbird passing through 178 for 9,000.
I'll call you back, first Iberia 07 Victor Papa, taxi right onto Alpha, your stand is 517.
Right onto Alpha and say again for the stand?
Stand 517.
517, Iberia 07 Victor Papa.
okay.
43, Heathrow director, hello, it'll be a straight in for runway 27 right, descend flight level 90.
As per the terminal charge, taxing
we'll
charge.
continue down to flight level 90, Speedbird 42.
Shuttle 5.
So we are over here, left on Alpha, hold short Lumen.
1010.
Okay.
Central Altitude 4,000 feet, 1010, shuttle 550.
ISAIR 451, you clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, the surface wind 250 degrees at 11 knot.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, London 51.
Welling 3 Golf Golf, contact London now, 129.430.
129.430, Fueling 3 Golf Golf, I've been shaped the ACP, good night.
Take care, thanks mate.
And straight a bit of power. Now straight to the holding point.
Spirit 423, turn left heading 240 degrees, descend flight level 80.
Okay,
Left heading 240 and down to
Cabin ready.
Speedbird 423.
and taxi checklist. Brakes set, pedal pressed, check 0.
Speedbird 9157, turn left heading 070 degrees, descend.
Lap setting config 2.
The Heathrow QNH 1010.
Radar is on, checklist completed.
Shuttle 5 Whiskey, turn right heading 140
Straight away.
degrees.
Right heading 140 degrees, Shuttle 5 Whiskey.
Alright, so hold short lumen.
Spirit 336, hello. Give way to the Iberia 320, which will pass right to left behind you. Stay clear, stand 508, push and start a pre-face south behind.
Lumen is over here, so we are pretty much over. Okay, we are approaching, not yet. The start of the taxiway a bit.
Spirit 423, descend altitude 6,000 feet, the Heathrow QNH 1010.
6,000, 1010, Speedbird 423.
Virgin 208 approaching Lumen shortly.
Roger, I can see, brake Shuttle 5 Whiskey, turn right heading 180 degrees.
Right heading 180 degrees, Shuttle 5 Whiskey.
3208, hold November Bravo to Echo.
Hold November Bravo 2 Echo Virgin 208. So November Bravo 2 Echo. Echo is right over here. This one.
Shuttle 5 Whiskey, descend
cabin crew is for departure.
3,000 feet.
Set altitude 3,000 feet, Shuttle 5 Whiskey.
Over here. The next one is November Bravo 2 Echo.
Shuttle 5 Whiskey, turn right heading 235. When established localizer, runway 27 right, descend on the glide path.
Right headed 235, one established on the localizer, 27 right, descend on the glide path, Shuttle 5 Whiskey.
Spirit 9157, turn left heading 360 degrees, descend altitude 4,000 feet. Spirit 423, reduce speed 180 knots, descend altitude 5,000 feet.
Was that 180 knots?
A firm and descend altitude 5,000 feet.
Copy that, speed 180 and down to 5,000 feet, Speedbird 43.
Virgin 208, you clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, the surface wind 250 degrees out, 11 knots.
Runway 27 left, clear for takeoff, Virgin 208. Okay, clear for takeoff.
That was Speedbird 1382 calling just static, brake Speedbird 9157, further left heading 305, descent altitude 3,000
Okay, line up
feet.
checklist.
When established localizer, runway
Takeoff from
27
way
right,
is
descent on the glide path.
takeoff cabin revised, cabin ready for takeoff. Takeoff from way is set. Takeoff from way is 27 left. Pax 1 and 2 is it's not working.
RMP approach runway 27 right.
It's set.
The QNH
Checklist
10
completed.
10. Spirit 423, when established localizer, runway 27 right from your present heading, descend on the glide path.
Mine is not working, just a
Copy
second.
that, when established on the localizer, descend on the glide path, Speedbird 43.
Okay, ready. You're ready for takeoff? Ready? Okay. Let's put this on your side. Weather for me, terrain for you. Okay, take off. Take off, yes. Let's get rolling.
Good 1382 Heathrow Drift, hello. Clearances to Manchester. Umlaut 1 Golf departure. Score 4716.
Clear to Manchester, Umlaut 1 Golf departure.
Stabilized. The takeoff thrust.
Good 1382, correct. Break shuffle 5 whiskey. Surface wind 250 degrees at 11 knots.
Man flag 53, SRS runway at thrust blue.
27 right, clear to land, shuttle 5 whiskey.
That's it.
Good 4220 present heading. 1 established localizer, 27 right descent glide. At speed now 160 knots. Maintain until 4 DME.
100 knots, checked.
Present heading, still established on the localizer, descend with the glide, and 160 until 4 DME, see about 42.
V1.
Hello, Iberia 07 Mike 330 with November.
Iberia 07 Mike Heathrow Drift, hello. It's landing runway 27 right. Continue present heading and descend. Flight
Positive rate of limb goes up.
Present heading and the flight level 80, Iberia 07 Mike.
Beer 336, taxi by Alpha Hold at Loban. Beaver 9157, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
Just declimb, climb on the thrust. Flaps up. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Jet 4T3, report your indicated airspeed.
We're slowing down, but we're passing through 175.
Roger.
Order by 1 in command.
Virgin 208, contact London, 129.43, bye.
129.43, Virgin 208, good day.
Report heading to London direct, Gatwick direct, 12655.
Order by 1 in command.
And on good evening, your wing side Golf Juliet 4000.
Your wing side Golf Juliet, London, hello, climbing on flight level 8.
Order by 1 in command.
Now level 80, your wing side Golf Juliet.
Granite Echo Victor, descent flight level 160.
Ax 1 on.
Granite 2 November, Quebec 10, right heading 320 degrees, climb flight level 150.
320, climb flight level 150, right to November, Quebec.
Direct and Matic 216, Alpha Dial Tango 2000,
Ax 2 is also on. Landing control, good day, Virgin 208, passing 4000 for flight level 060.
Nomadic 2216, London Control, good afternoon, score 6474.
6474, Nomadic 216.
Virgin 208, London, hello, fly heading 145.
Flying heading 145, Virgin 208.
Your wing side Golf Juliet, climb flight level 290.
Level 290, your wing side Golf Juliet.
Ryanair 3 Echo Victor, contact London 127.105.
Trying to November, can you repeat the first list?
That wasn't for you, that was for a different aircraft.
Sorry.
Easy 34 Tango Kilo, nothing further, continue with advisory.
Shifted decimal 32, correction 34 Tango Kilo.
Nomadic 2216, what level do you want at Midhurst?
Level 100, Nomadic 216.
Nomadic 2216, roger. Any preference of a hold at Midhurst?
Right-handed first one, Nomadic 2.
November 2216, roger, direct Midhurst, stand at Midhurst, hold right hand hands.
Hold on mid-head, right hand, nomadic 2.
Lufthansa 417, there's nothing further from me, continue with advisory, have a good flight.
Go to address the review 1 student 8, and bye-bye.
Virgin 208, climb flight level 130.
Climb flight 130, Virgin 208.
Eurowings 8 Golf Juliet, turn right heading 095.
Left heading 095, Eurowings 8 Golf Juliet.
Right turn 095.
Sorry about that, right turn 095.
Virgin 208, turn left heading 090 degrees.
Left heading 090 degrees, Virgin 208.
On control, good day, Buccaneers 264, flight level 170, direct Compton.
Background 264, London Control, roger.
Passing 10,000.
Navigation direct Oxford.
And across the passing flight level 7074 now.
5 Yankee Lima 360.
Jack 5 Yankee Lima, London, hello, squawk 1055.
1055, 5 Yankee Lima.
Flying 3 Golf Golf, nothing further from me, continue with advisory, have a good flight.
Advisory, over to advisory, heading 3 Golf Golf, thanks Dave, please good night.
Rhino 2 November, correct, nothing further from me, continue with advisory, have a good flight.
Yeah, we're going to London, thank you, right? Control, good evening. Griffin 53 Charlie at flight level 30 inbound rescue.
Griffin 53 Charlie, London Control, good evening, Basix 1 Golf arrival. When ready, descend flight level 300.
161 Golf arrival, and when ready, descend flight level 300. Griffin 53 Charlie.
London Control, good afternoon, easy 79 Delta Yankee at flight level 380.
Easy 79 Delta Yankee, London, hello, route direct Hamel.
Route direct Hamel, easy 79 Delta Yankee.
Passing 10,000.
Virgin 208, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Virgin 208.
Eurowings 8 Golf Juliet, resume navigation direct to Conan.
All navigation direct to Conan, Eurowings 8 Golf Juliet.
Control with 0 Papa Yankee, request clearance to destination, formation India.
Nice, beautiful rainbow. Oh, yo. It's raining down in London, but it's actually very beautiful rainbow.
Yankee London Control, good evening. Cleared to Nice after departure runway 20, climb straight ahead to altitude 4,000 feet and squawk 7020.
Clear destination of to runway 20, initial climb 4,000 feet, squawk 7020 with Air Papa Yankee.
Was that 20 Papa Yankee, readback is correct. Push the slots at your discretion, you can taxi holding point runway 20 at your discretion, advise ready for departure. Virgin 208, resume navigation direct to Conan.
Direct Conan, Virgin 208. Direct to Conan. Does reclimb climb nav?
Hello, 236, sorry, 336 London Control, good evening, climb now, flight level A0. I can't flight level A0.
That's the max we can go on the cruise. Optimum is saying flight level 355, max flight level 369. So I think we can initially take standard climb to 330. So in the meanwhile we are climbing right now, we can just check onto our flight plan. So as per the flight plan, let's open my Navigraph charts and just check out. So we'll cruise till 330 from till waypoint Woodrows. Then by Calde we climb to flight level 350. And then 330 we cruise till Kilo Romeo Sierra, then 350. Okay, that will be from Kilo Romeo Sierra will be at flight level 350. We'll see the step altitudes. Okay, so 371 37. So 370 will be final. So 370 and 390. What you can do is you can just clear this. Clear and how do you clear this thing? Clear info. Then bid up 370 have bid up. Bid up, no, it will be at 33350 will be at FCAM.
The American Nomadic 2216 holding Mike and India Delta 6 request IFR 13 approaching at Gatwick.
And that's set over here.
Nomadic 2216, contact Gatwick direct for that 126825.
Alright, so at flight level 350, we'll be initially climbing to 330 initially.
Control, good evening, EV74 Yankee X-ray inbound Copal at flight level 3.
Virgin 208 leveled off flight level 180.
Virgin 208, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Virgin 208.
Sorry, who's the other aircraft calling in? BT74 Yankee X-ray inbound Copal at
Flight level 290 blue.
BT74 Yankee X-ray, thank you. When ready, descend flight level 220 to be level at Hemel. To be level at Hemel 220, BT74 Yankee X-ray.
So at
33610, left heading 145, climb flight level 150. Left heading 145, climb flight level 150.
okay, we have Gamma 350, then Kilometer 370 and rule at flight level 371. Rulad is at okay, it's just over the 37 and 390 at SGIF. Where is that over where?
Remajet 9000, stand 14, push and size approved, face east.
SGIF is right over here. Okay, SGIF will just postpone that till Delta Kilo, no, till
backtrack, report ready.
Pop-up.
That's correct, forward ready with that 204 Yankee.
21382, Bravo, hold Lockheed.
Bravo, hold Lockheed, 1 feet. Down control, good afternoon.
That's sweet, and that's done. It's all set over here. Some more optimization.
Hello, Rockford 1 hotel arrival. When ready, descend flight level 300.
Foxtrot 1 hotel arrival, when ready, descend flight level 100, control 13.
Logan 27 Alpha Bravo, contact London 127105.
I've flown London 127105, thanks. Logan 2 Alpha Bravo. You're doing that. Juliet, request for the climb.
You're wings 8 Papa Juliet, further climb to advisory, have a good flight.
Advisory, you're doing that. Go Juliet, thank you, bye.
Virgin 208, further climb to advisory, have a good flight.
Onto Unicorn Virgin 208.
TT, Flylive TT0 inbound Seoul there. I think I've got 2 stations at once there. Hello, Endurance 722, Flylive TT0 inbound Seoul there. Endurance 722, London, hello, climb flight level 370. Climb flight level 370, Endurance 722.
I will treat reserve set and we'll switch on it too. And we'll switch on say intentions.ai for some time. We'll switch on say intentions for the AIDC services. Hello Christian, welcome to the stream. Hello, how long will your flight take? About 11 hours. Block time today is approximately 12 hours. The total flight time from London to Seoul is about 12 hours, but the flight time actually, the air time is approximately 11 hours and 50 minutes. As per SimBrief, it is 11 hours and 40 minutes. I switch on St. Dungeons now, time for switching it on. I'm going to disconnect from VATSPY for some time. VATSPY? No, I'm not going to fly one stream. I'm going to fly in 2 different streams.
Radar contact 13 miles northwest of Calais at flight level 240. Mark altimeter 2983. Clear direct Conan.
Direct to Conan Virgin 208. So this is going to be a split stream. So I'll be after. So after once we are climbed to a cruise altitude for just about 1 more hour, we'll stay, and then will be ending the stream, and then the next day morning I'll be starting once we are into our arrivals in Seoul Incheon. About the next 10 hours. 10 hours of cruise into over the I can show you the flight plan today. So let me just see if the standard flight plan is there over here. Okay, this one is much more favorable. We'll be climbing straight. We'll be cruising over. We'll be starting cruise from this point. We'll be cruising Brussels, then Germany, then Austria, then going on to Hungary, then Romania, then over the Black Sea, then go over the north of Turkey, Istanbul, then over Georgia, Azerbaijan, then crossing this countries, then which is the Turkmenistan and Dushanbe, which is like this is Samarkand. And in Uzbekistan, then going over the northern airspace, which is Chinese airspace, then Bishkek, then Almaty, then crossing over the Chinese airspace, and then into our destination Seoul. It will be approximately 11 hours of flight time.
208, contact Brussels control on 125.0.
125.0, Virgin 208. 125.0, and that's it. Brussels control, good day, Virgin 208, passing flight level 270 for flight level 330.
Virgin 208, Brussels control, good evening. heavy. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Virgin 208.
Dear guests, we are pleased to announce that the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service. Selection of various sandwiches and fresh and beverages for you. After the service, selected items from the large beverage shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoy your flight with us.
Hello, Beta Foxtrot, welcome to the stream. You have the communications now.
I'll take over the communications from here, Captain.
667 X-ray, flight level 230. Over to Brussels Control, Wismont 7407, so long. London Control, speedbird 695, flight level 250. Over to Brussels Control, Ryanair 40 Hotel Papa, so long. Ryanair 667 X-ray, thanks. London Control, Air Portugal 67 uniform, right level 280.
Yeah, but the thing is that क्या है कि ना my joystick is a bit wobbled, and like the my around my HOTAS is right now 3.5-4 years old, so it has some issues with the with the elevator axis and plus the rudder axis as well. So sometimes वो fluctuate होता है. So I've tried to configure it, so it's working somehow. It's working well, although. I have thought of buying a new one, but at the moment it's quite expensive. Like what I want to buy the wing at the moment, like the wing joystick plus the Airbus thrust levers as well. So, but the thing is that those are very expensive for me at the moment. Thought I was going expensive for me, so that's why. I do want to upgrade to a good one, but yeah, still it's expensive for me at the moment.
Descending to flight level 230, cleared for the 51 Golf arrival into Cone, Ryanair 7 Zulu uniform. X-ray, flight level 330.
Would you like anything to drink or a small snack, Captain Madhab 123?
Yeah, exactly, that's true. That's true, my friend.
For flight level 160, cleared for Logan 2 Alpha, arrival into Stansted, Ryanair 5 Papa uniform.
Because nowadays, if you see, also even if I'm trying to buy a like a good like a TCA, not even, I'm not thinking of getting a TCA at the moment because the market has become pretty old at the moment. अभी मार्केट में आके उसको कितना 3 साढ़े 3 4 साल हो चुके, if I'm not wrong. It came like when I bought the HOTAS, within just 1.5 years it just came that. So and now when wing control has come, which is surprising, a new product, new brand in the, which is a new company coming up with new with new peripherals. So yeah, looking at the quality, and the affordable price and everything, and the way it is built, the build quality and everything, I do want to make a purchase of it. But yeah, looking at that, my wallet is crying at it at the moment. That's why. But yeah, let's wait and see. First of all, I would like to grow my channel first. I would like to grow the channel first, because nowadays, yeah, last few couple of this month is the last few months have been quite not well on my channel, because not well views and everything, not well viewership. That's why. But yeah. But like you viewers are also watching and everything, so it could be a good thing. There's someone to chat, a good chat on the conversation about all the things. By the way, I'm using same intentions right now, guys, because currently VATSPY is offline. No, VATSPY is online still over some parts of the European. You know what? I think I can switch into some, or even I can switch into get some VATSPY controlling. Get some VATSPY get VATSPY online. Yeah, Black Friday sale and Christmas and everything, but now I don't think ये लोग दिवाली सेल के लिए देंगे the wing control guys and everything, because those are guys are not Indians, they are Chinese companies. But yeah, there is this Thrustmaster company of India. I'm trying to get into touch with them, but yeah, I'm not able to get in touch with them at all, because they have the rudder pedals which I want, with the Thrustmaster pendular rudder pedals. Isn't this a nice view, guys? Pretty in the evening time of got up inside about 6 or 7 in the evening. I don't know what time this in the real life is actually this real flight goes. Version 208. I'm not pretty much sure. The current flight also is in real time as well, but it's slightly way ahead of us. I'll just show you a flight plan. The real flight is also taking the same. It's also taking a similar route, but yeah, it's taking a 7879. We are flying an A350. Just a swap change. Just like in real life, aircrafts are being swapped by airlines. The same, just like aircrafts have been swapped by airlines due to the demand and supply. Same goes to the. Same goes in the sim as well. I check my flight plan, if I just track the flight, it's slightly the same route. Now this reminds me, I just need to check out the weather and road to our destination as well, because it says that we are going to arrive with our schedule is going to be 9 hours and 55 minutes, but I'm just quite quite curious what's the actual flight that we're going to take. So yeah, let me just check. Where is it here? Okay. So we're facing some southerly winds on the on Germany. Over Germany, we're facing southwesterly winds. Goes on towards the. Okay, then we'll be expecting some slight tailwinds. We'll be expecting some good amount of tailwinds, heading to a crosswind as well. Then going on to the. Okay, it's not as strong. It's not as strong, pretty much. But yeah, the Chinese SP we're going to pretty much face. We're going to pretty much face a bit of strong tailwinds on the arrivals. So slightly should be slightly on our arrival time, slightly before our arrival time, into schedule arrival time into what do you call? You can do some tutorials and stuff wherever you are well knowledged. I would do, yes. I can do some tutorials, like as far as my Airbus knowledge is there, I can do some tutorials on that as well, like startup and taxi and takeoff and everything. And also, yep, I would also.
128, decimal 505.
Switching to Langen radar on 128.505, Virgin 208 heavy.
I would also know what else could I do, because in terms of I can do tutorials, then VATSPY controlling, I'm planning to do VATSPY controlling as well very soon, but depends on my because I'm trying to get my trying to get my transfer to VATSPY India.
Virgin 208 heavy, Langen radar, good evening.
Oh, is it? Because what I see in terms of the algorithm of YouTube is that, and some creators, what they do is that they are just like what do you call, just taking up the airplane, then doing some cruise, like they just take a thumbnail, like a short, like a racing kind of a thumbnail, and like multiplayer and everything, like say what do you call, for example, like what do you call, Mumbai Darshan, or even say like round trip VFR trip over India. And I'm wondering कि real life में ऐसा कुछ होता तो है नहीं, because we don't have access to the charts and everything, right? Just like because if you see in US countries and everything, because if you're seeing in US and other European countries and except in terms of abroad countries, there's a lot of flying over there. So in terms of VFR and IFR flying also, you can take a Cessnas and Diamond DAs and all kind of general aviation aircraft out. I do also want to fly private jets as well, but there's a lack of quantity because there's only Citation, then Longitude, then Learjet. I want the Gulfstream. I want to fly some business jets as well too, but yeah, I'm not even. I don't know how to fly them. Lol. I don't know how to check that out because I tried once with the Azobo with the MSFS 2020 and the 2024 variants, but yeah, मेरे को पूरा अच्छे से पूरा पता नहीं है because I'm just into Airbus, so I'm into this airliners. So in terms of the Airbus, I'm mostly into the A320 more. So A320 fly करना चाहते हो तो easily है. A350 and A330 तो easy है. Because if you see the corporate philosophy of an A380 and the A350, very very similar, almost the same, just slight differences. I plan to do one day, like what do you call, a takeoff from any airport in India, and later on when we are during our cruise or during the arrivals, dual engine failure, relying on ram turbine. I've tried VFR flying, but at the moment VFR flying try kiya to is in terms of the how the procedures and everything, like how do you, like there's class A airspace, then class B, class D, class C, class F, class G airspace as well. So these kind of airspaces as well, you have to just be well knowledgeable about that. I know these airspaces, but I don't know properly in depth about this. Different kind of airspaces as well. So when you're even in real life, when you're doing your flight training as well, so that time if you are flying like we just Cessna DA into a class G airspace, you should be aware कि किधर घुस रहे हो करके. Means if you for example if you are flying in abroad, then you should be aware about the flying like the airspace allowances and everything. Because sometimes as well as in real life as well, there are airports which are being shut down during the night time as well. So during the night time, because in the night time if you're flying and you get to know that one of your destination or the alternate airports being closed down, you have to have a backup plan where you can land actually. Because for example if you're flying from point A to point B, but from like for example in US you're flying somewhere with the Cessna DA doing your whatever instrument, whatever kind of multi-engine flying, but you later on you have into a destination, just within like 1 hour into destination, within that 1 hour you get a notum or something that one of your alternates also has been closed down due to the closing time. You have to have a backup plan where you can divert actually, because if your destination airport is only closed down, you have a backup plan to divert to another airport. So at least you can land on the ground. You just need to be you have to just be on the ground. It's like like in terms of, it's like a solo flying, because it's like पहले खुद का जान डालो पहले flying में पहले take your first of all take yourself, and later on you will take behind the passengers. It's like it works like that. If you just have a look with the Foxtrot on, I'll just show you. This is the kind of airspaces, like controlled and uncontrolled airspace. So like you have class A, B, C, D, F, G. You don't have F, E, F, G airspace. Like in US is most like about, you can see this all. This is the entire VFR and FAA charts as well. But yeah, I can little bit make out over here. The surface level, I think this is airport surface. Okay, if you're flying class B, then starts at the surface class. I have to get a good knowledge of VFR flying, then only I can do something. In terms of the classes, in terms of the classes of airspaces, but if you're doing when you're doing a flight training and everything, it's you need to be aware of, because in certain parts of the world, there are sometimes countries where some of the airspaces are not functional that much. So you need to be aware where you're entering your aircraft into when you're entering yourself, so you don't end up in any trouble or something. Otherwise, you have to do VATSPY like you do. Because I think in real life, there's some kind of airspaces where you have to just be like in some kind of airspaces, you have to just announce your intentions and everything, your progress and everything. So the aircraft, so the other aircraft around your aircraft will be aware of your position, so they will be able to navigate easily. Of course, not everything will get in your head automatically immediately. You need to have practice and practice, right? Because for some people who are not into swimming and everything, and who are getting into pilot training and everything, for them RT, I think what I've heard is, in terms of DGC exams, is that RT is the most toughest, and air navigation exams as well. So RT I've seen, I thought what is radio telephony, then I got to know जब अपन वैक्सीन में करते वही रेडियो टेलीफोनी ही है. If I just do that, it's actually the same. But air navigation, everything, there's a lot of things like radio navigation, then radio navigation, everything like NDB, VOR, DME. What else? There's a lot of things to study. Like sometimes there's VFR to IFR, you have to convert, and then IFR to VFR, vice versa. I believe that for flight simming and everything, it's those who are doing flight simming and also real life pilots, for them it's a good thing, because what happens in that in real life, because in real life if you see, the simulators are very expensive. So you have a sim at home, or your home simulators, where you can do your dual and you can do plenty of failures, like you can just what do you call, क्या बोल सकते हो उसको, you can just even do a dual engine failure, multiple instruments failure, you can do all kinds of shit, all kinds of things. You can even troubleshoot also those things, and you can see how much is your like, it's like pilot compensity test, it's like simulator checks, like preparing over here and going for sim check. But yeah, in terms of DGC exams also, there's some kinds like technical and technical specific exams as well. So usme to, like, basically you're learning about the Cessnas and DAs which are going to do in your CPL training and everything. So in that time, mostly in terms of the sim, if there are creators, if there are scenery creators who can make this kind of airports as per the real life, it's much more beneficial, and Navigraph also implements them in their database. It's much more beneficial as well, so it's much more essential. So in the thing is that if you have aircrafts like the Inibuilds A350, but if you are a real A350 pilot and you are a flying Inibuilds A350, तो मैं मालूम है कैसे सब करते हैं, in short everything. Because in real life, if you see, in real life, different airlines have different kinds of in terms of the A350, they have different kinds of databases and everything. Because in this sim you have your this kind of a takeoff performance calculator, but in real life you have a load sheet and everything. So like on ground you are doing like ground operations and everything. This what do you call, you have a preliminary load sheet which also gets the entire load on the airplane. It also shows the estimates of all the load on the airplane, and once everything is completed you get a final load sheet. So in that you can just put that into the fuel load and everything, and you can just put everything over here. But yeah, first of all, because it's a long haul flight, so for like there will be for the new crew for the operating crew to come, and they will just do the engine test and everything over here. They'll do the checks and everything and make sure everything is working well, and then start the copy preparation, everything. Start the preparation for the flight. But in realism, like VATSIM is very of course much more realistic, but yeah, sometimes VATSIM is offline in some parts of the world as well, which we can't help as well. So there is same intentions to just do the job for that. Like same intentions, just basically I'm just using same intentions just to give me ATC services, nothing else more than that. VATSIM is much more beneficial, but VATSIM is not online all the time, because sometimes the controllers have time, they will come on, or else they during a major event like cross the pond, cross Africa, cross the land, all kinds of events like World Flight 2024-27, they become online during this kind of events, and also some kind of events like yesterday I think HOTAS was going on, but unfortunately I couldn't attend that because I had some problems in my PC in terms of the 2024, so I couldn't कर नहीं पाया मैं 2024 variant. I couldn't do that because Azim Jeddah is not available for 2024 for 2020, only for 2024. उसको इज़्ज़त दी है. But if other sim developers bring that into 2020, it's much more okay, right?
Virgin 208, contact Langen radar on 123.28.
And now what? I'm going to start the same intentions for some time.
Radar on 123.28. Virgin 208.
Let me see if I can actually check into VATSPY online.
Virgin 208.
Bad
Evening,
luck.
Maintaining flight level 330.
I'm already out of the airspace, lol, man.
Virgin 208, Langenradar, identified. Good evening.
I'm out of the airspace, unfortunately. I don't know whether you guys are receiving the notifications on the streams, because I don't know. Please tell me on the chat if you are receiving the notifications on the stream, because I'm quite curious about it. Because from last few days, many of you not on the like not watching the streams or anything, so I'm just quite confused. Like notifications मिल रहे क्या तुम लोग को, आप लोग को इसके लिए? That's why.
Virgin 208, contact Munich radar on 133.565.
Switching to Munich radar on 133.565.
Yeah, I'll just after getting some okay, this is too much. After gaining some amount on the failures.
Munich radar.
Where is it? Where is options?
Flight level 330.
Not over here. Situations. Okay, failures over here. I can actually study about this.
Good evening.
Especially I want to try with the engine failure. Do the main. धीरे धीरे सब पढ़ता हूँ मैं. I'll see. First I want to get with the A320, like single engine failure, dual engine failure. Because I'll tell you on the stream, because few days back, because I think it happened just 1 or 2 months back, I was facing some issue with my Phoenix and I had to reinstall it. So what I did was, I just thought why not just do something very thrilling. So I took off from Manila. I just the runway was behind me. I started up the engines, and then later on went on the runway, took off, and later on what I did was switched off both the engines, switched on ram turbine, and then came back directly to the same runway, opposite direction. The direction I take was the same direction I came back only. It was quite thrilling. बोर हो रहा था, सीधे कर दिया. Dual engine failure. 737 में मेरे को पता नहीं है. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll master any one of it, because I think I'll do step by step, because first I need to learn. I need to study how to do engine failure. how to actually get troubleshoot an engine failure. Then go on to the secondly is the what do you call, in case of any like instrument failures, like what else you can say, for example, instruments in the sense like Gen 1 is off, packs 1 off, like something which regulates to the MEL, like minimum equipment list. Or else, like for example, I'm departing from the departure, I'm departing from an airport, and I can also like later on when I'm climbing, I get to know that that I have a failure, like for example, fuel is not fuel, but related to like any electrical failure, so which may impact the safety of the airplane and the safety of the passengers as well. So what I want to do is like what I can do is that I can just dump some fuel, like depends on the, I can also just what do you call, like an overweight landing or like fuel dumping over the area and then coming below the landing weight, because sometimes you have some aircraft, sometimes aircrafts like the A380, like the 350, 777, they have all overweight landings procedures. So if you are very high above the takeoff weight, very high, if you are quite high above the landing weight, then you can just do a fuel dumping or overweight landing, so you will be prepared fully, because it also affects the structural part of the airplane, like structural weight and everything. Instrument failure, for example, what else? For example, my NDs and my displays are not working, I'm relying on the first officer. So it's like I have to rely on the first officer's display and then on the standby altimeter as well, because this is the backup one. It is showing the heading over here and also the altitude and the speed as well, so I can rely on this, and I can just rely on the navigation display. Or an engine failure, like engine fire, like if I'm departing, during just getting airborne, this engine goes down and this engine is up, so I can just put this to max and then just put a toga and just come to a safe altitude and then do a return back to our destination, I mean to the origin from where it took off. Or else a medical emergency as well. Medical emergency, like for example, passenger incapacitated. You have faced situations like depressurization, dual engine failure, then you have medical emergency and smoke in the cabin. I'll first start with the A320 first, and then the 737. In short, मैं एयरक्राफ्ट को तोड़ रहा हूँ, फिर भी मैं उसको फिक्स कर रहा हूँ. Means I'm failing the aircraft only, and I'm also fixing everything, troubleshooting, and then coming back to the destination. I mean the departure. It's like you're understanding your entire airplane in terms of the failures. Sometimes during the cruise also you have, like after like let's say 7 or 8 hours of the cruise, you realize that there is some kind, if you realize that your actual fuel burn is slightly higher over on the right engine, like some kind of issues there on the fuel, and you need to indicate whether it's a fuel leak, so you need to like you need to divert immediately, because it like what do you call it? If you go on the fuel page over here, and you're noticing that the right or either one of the engines are indicating some kind of indication where that there is a fuel leak, so you need to just you need to just descend from that point only immediately, or else you may end up with very low, you may end up with kind of a fuel issue over here. Now I'll switch on the dome lights for the relief pilots as well, because they're going to take up my place and take up the first officer's place for the
Virgin 208, contact Prague radar on 118.65.
Switching to Prague radar on 118.65, Virgin 208 heavy.
Okay, is it not working now?
Virgin 208, good evening. Maintaining flight level 330.
Virgin 208 Heavy, Prague radar, good evening.
Because if you have from point A to point B just like normal you're doing, not troubleshooting failures and everything, then it's a bit becomes like, okay, not a bad thing, but yeah, but sometimes you can just troubleshoot the failures as well. What happens in real life, like decompression, that smoke in the cabin, like cargo smoke, then and what else you can say, then unruly passengers. For example, like the flight is going probably uneventful, not an issue, but something goes wrong in the cabin, like some passenger is also like making a ruckus out of everything, and also not like not being like what do you call, he or she, the passenger is not is being uncontrollable, so you got to take an action as well. You got to divert and offload the passenger. Then hello Ease 4Ns, welcome to the stream, welcome on board. I don't know why my displays are not working in terms of the my lights are not working. Okay, there you go, some other aircraft is going over here. And this reminds me, I got to check whether my step climbs is resolved or not. Step climbs. It's quite on. Alright guys, so I shall see you in the arrivals into Seoul Incheon. And in the mostly in the arrivals, like when we are about to start our, like mostly before, like 1.5 or 2 hours before descent, and also depends when I wake up from my sleep as well. So in the meanwhile, I'll see you in the arrivals in the next over the Chinese airspace probably. Once we are into like barely 8 or 9 hours of flying, then I'll see you in the arrivals. See you in the next half of the last half of the flight. So then, good night, and stay tuned for the tomorrow's stream. And looking forward if the sim is working ahead. Then I'll see you. Bye bye. Good night. Stay tuned for the next stream for tomorrow.